Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be the last commentary uploaded to Diggity SC. I've actually created a new channel, Diggity YT. That stands for Diggity YouTube, obviously, which is where I'm going to upload essentially everything non-StarCraft related. So if I decide to suddenly go on a political rant, I'll put it there, which I don't think is ultra likely unless it's something SOPA related or something like that. If I'm doing a commentary on T, which I love, that's where it'll go. League of Legends stuff, Diablo 3 stuff, basically someplace more general so people don't get locked in and saying, oh, anyway, this match is going to be ranked. I don't know what level these guys are. Olaf is going to be top. He is Hugh 07. That's Populum or Populum. He's going to be Teemo. Teemo top is hilarious, very annoying for players. He can build tank and can be very effective in that role. And I think he actually brings a lot to the team. I'll talk about that in a minute. You have Void Eternal being jungle Alistair, which we've seen a lot of lately on these commentaries. I think almost half. You have Veigar playing mid against Kog'Maw, who's going to go AP Kog'Maw. So this is kind of an interesting matchup as well, where if Kog'Maw gets stunned, he gets blown up and he dies. But at the same time, if Veigar doesn't control the early game and can't land his stuns, he can just get annihilated at range with once Nunu hits level 6. Bottom lane, it looks like you have support Nunu playing as Rainbow Dash. General Chicken going to be the Janna support on the opposite corner, and it is Vayne versus Ashe. So it looks like Nunu Ashe, which is interesting. Expected it to be reversed actually, and Vayne Janna. So kind of we'll see how that lane plays out. You also have a Skirmishes in the brush, and he's got blue buff. It looks like started blue. Looks like Alistair started blue as well. We'll cycle around to red, and I don't think we're gonna. It's possible we'll see an early gank across the board, but I'm thinking not. Definitely gonna be a lot of ganks in general, though. There's Alistair running around. Pointless. So Teemo top. The thing about Teemo top, it's difficult for any melee champion to cope with because he can, first of all, blind shot you at a distance, which nullifies Olaf. It'll nullify his Q. So whenever he hits that Q, expect Teemo to drop, or whenever he drops his middle ability, which I should look up the name of actually really quick. Yeah, I think it's not Undertow, Vicious Strikes. He gets a bonus attack damage and things like that, but Teemo can Q him, it lasts and blind shots him. He's blinded, doesn't do any damage on melee attacks, and then Teemo can win exchanges that way. And drop mushrooms, and just as soon as he hits level 6, it becomes very difficult. So you can see and poison, do stuff like that. It becomes very difficult to cope with. Alistair moving his way up. It looks like he wants a gank opportunity against those Olaf. It looks like Olaf has 1 point in Undertow, 1 point in Reckless Swings, which is his big AoE burst. Nice hit by... Oh, he's trying to ghost out. He's not going to get out, though, because that is an Ignite plus... Ooh, First Blood goes to Teemo. Ignite plus Poison plus everything else equals First Blood. Nicely played. One thing, though, is if Olaf does hit that Vicious Strikes after an Undertow, Teemo doesn't have a lot of health right at the beginning. Ashe working that down. Great lane for Ashe. If Nunu gives that speed buff, and if Nunu keeps just running up and throwing, basically chunking icicles at that Vayne, whittles her health down. It looks like Ashe, in the meantime, has opened up boost potions. Vayne has a very weak early lane that will improve at level 6, and it's going to come down to Janna shields to allow her to farm. But in the meantime, Ashe should dominate the early game. She tends to... I actually feel like Ashe brings more utility late game. Nice shield right there to defend against that Q. Ashe brings a lot of more utility late game, but Vayne has more mobility and doesn't really need to be babysit comparatively to the other ADs. And also, Ashe is going to have a hard time if that Teemo can close around here to any degree, because then again, she's not going to be doing any attack damage either. Skirmishes. Really, Skirmishes has a lot of targets of opportunity to pull here. You can really go after that Vayne, you can go after that Kog'Maw, you can go after that Teemo, and all would be really valid targets for pulling. And the person he really does not want to pull is Alistair. Wants to stay away from him, that counter jungle back there. And he mostly wants to stay away from pulling that Janna, because if Janna comes out of that pull target and uses her ult, it can scatter that entire fight. Mid lane. Gonna be brutal both sides. It's kind of it's more important that Veigar farms early, and Kog'Maw needs to try to abuse this lane as much as he can early. It looks like he's gone for the standard build. Actually, might have supported. Okay, he did put a 1 point in Bioarcane Barrage, which actually I highly support. I think that's very intelligent to just try to force Veigar back. Ooh, Vayne doing some damage. Nunu trying to get her out of there. There's an exhaust. Dropping slow snowballs. Actually, both might end up getting killed here. Yeah, it looks like Nunu is a lost cause. She's just trying to get some additional kills. Just trying to do, well, Nunu trying to do what damage he can while he's pulling out. Getting knocked up. A lot of CC, a lot of crowd control in this lane. It looks like Janna might end up getting killed, but Alistair swing back around. Nice job. to save her life, basically. That one little maneuver basically saved Janna's life. It looks like Skarner, that was a big brain fart. Oh, knocked to the wall. Ash gonna get out? No, not quite getting out. Skarner is there trying to do some slow, might be able to get a kill, but that is a huge boon for bottom lane. Both Nunu, okay, there is a follow-up kill. Both Nunu getting killed as well as Ash, and it looks like a nice... Skarner just going to come up and try to feed bottom lane, but also both kills going to Vayne, and Vayne's early game, the more kills you can get earlier, get towards that late game, the more beneficial it is overall. Axe down, Teemo just going to sit here and dance around. He's kind of annoying, is really what it comes down to, and sitting there. He has a little bit, with the Doran's Blades and the health potions, he can basically lifesteal through it as long as he doesn't get hit by those really powerful, again, vicious strikes, his E, that true damage shot that Olaf does in huge measure. He'll be okay. Looks like an attempted kill for Veigar on mid. He not quite able to kill Kog'Maw. I'm not... Did he use his ult on that? He did, in fact, use his ultimate. Did not get the kill, which is unfortunate. Looks like Kog'Maw is going to be able to go back as a result. But this is going to give a little bit more room to farm in mid lane. Veigar is sitting at a nice 40 AP currently with absolutely 0 items, which means he's hitting that last shot Q a lot. Every time he hits a last shot minion with that Q, he's in a good situation. Ooh, Skarner, level 6, sneaking by. Now he's getting punted back. Kog'Maw pressuring a little bit. I'm not sure how much they really want to fight this, though, because Veigar a little bit low on mana. Instead, Skarner going for a loop around. He's going to ward that blue buff, looking for the opportunity timer here. It is swinging around to where it's going to respawn. He's going to move south. He still has plenty. Oh, that Vayne out of position. No ward there. Oh, misses the ult with the flash. Grabs her now. Now she's most certainly dead between Nunu and... Well, maybe not. Between Nunu and everything else, pushing there. She's not level 6, so she cannot escape out. This Ashe, a little bit low on health, though, so the Janna might be able to get a kill, following it up. Vayne running top. She actually gets out of there. Kog'Maw saving her life. No ignite. Now Ashe in a lot of trouble, being pushed all the way back, and Nunu might end up getting killed again to that Kog'Maw. Yes, at a distance, so Kog'Maw able to get a kill out of that, and that's just unfortunate. Nice heads-up play on Vayne to run north. It's unfortunate. It was a little bit of bad luck, just the fact that Veigar was out of lane. Interesting here from Ashe. She's actually opened up Vampiric Scepter as second item, which I actually kind of agree with, mostly because, again, I feel like Ashe doesn't get as much use out of early Doran's Blades compared to other characters, and I feel like she has more benefit overall by just going as quickly to BF Sword as she possibly can right now, getting pushed back. She might be dead. Again, a lot of CC. Alistair coming across the corner, and another kill for that Vayne. 5 kills. Overall, 3 kills, 2 Vayne, that's their AD carry, and they're in a great position now. Decimator getting rocked, and he needs to actually flee, because that plus Janna, just so much crowd control. So that plus, man, they got a lot of... Okay, just assessing things right now. You have Teemo, who has a blind, so that can really help deal against Olaf or Ashe, obviously only one at a time. You have Kog'Maw, who has a really big slow and can shell people at a distance. You have Alistair, who has a knock-up and a pushback. Nice kill there for Teemo. You have Vayne, who's just ultra mobile, is really what it comes down to. She can just slide all over the place. And Janna, who has a knockback with her ultimate, which does that kind of AoE heal. And she also has a slow, and she has a knockup with her whirlwind. It is an absolute CC machine. Crowd control effects. They can really push the other team around and disable them quite a bit. So really, you do have Snowball, which is a slow. You have the Ashe Arrow, which she does not have. She's not level 6 yet. You have an AoE stun, you have kind of that group grab, and you have kind of a little bit more slow. But I really feel like the superior amount of those disables, the things that can disrupt those teams fight, definitely in the red team's favor. They're currently a lot of gold, and what's really scary is all those kills went to this Vayne. So unless they slow that Vayne down somehow, they're going to have a lot of trouble, and also that Kog'Maw at 1 kill as well. So things not looking too sharp, and it looks like Teemo actually almost has a 2 lead, and this is the part where he gets really frustrating for this Olaf. You can see that mushroom just dropped in lane. All he has to do is, yeah, push this, keep this pushed up, keep dropping those mushrooms, and Olaf just has to sit there and basically get bombarded with poison and whatnot. Teemo can just go ahead and dash his way back. Looks like Skarner looking for an opportunity. Alistair is nearby. He's trying to counter jungle, looking at the red buff, swinging around. I think he can 1v1 this Alistair at this stage. Let's see if he goes ahead and sneaks in. He's going to attempt to do so, but you have Teemo working his way back, and now Skarner pretty much dead unless he gets some sort of magical escape. Looks like Kog'Maw looking for a free kill as well, sneaking his way across. If he'd just gone underneath, unfortunately that flash going to keep him alive. Veigar working up. Nice job on his part. And it looks like just a ward there in the jungle. Ooh. Takes some damage. Actually, Veigar not... Doing one. Okay, it looks like that's why. Oh, is this going to be a Kog'Maw death? Is this going to be a Kog'Maw death? Looking for that ult from Veigar. Does in fact get the kill. He's probably going to die as a result, though. Oh, just barely. 30 health. Real close. Oh, my goodness. And a nice stun to get the heck out of there. 1 kill on his part. It looks like he's sitting at 107 AP. He's actually doing a really good job farming early. Keep in mind, he's only got a Kage's pick. That's his only increased magic damage item right there, and that's plus 25, so 70 damage just latently from all those last hits he's getting. Goodbye Olaf, top lane again. 2-7, things well in the red team's favor. Skarner just getting bullied now in mid lane, as Alisher just having a field day. Looks like new. I'm going to go back and we'll view that again. 15 seconds back. Looks like Nunu got the kill. Unfortunately, it wasn't the Ashe who got the kill. So pop back. Looks like she's... Let's see if she drops that ult. Ult. Nice arrow. Good combo. Hits him on the edge. Looks like Veigar is there as well. Goodbye. So Nunu unfortunately gets the kill. He really wanted his 2 ADs to maybe get that kill. Veigar might be able to run up. Looks like Alistar's there to provide some support. Alistar actually might die as well because that stun's back up. He's got several people. Yeah, there's that stun chasing him down, ulting to try to get out, and actually should be able to get out with that. But he's turning around. It looks like he's planning on fighting this, which would be a really bad idea, honestly, considering that, first of all, there's 4 there. I'm not sure if he realizes there's 4. Looks like now they're going to back out and just regroup their losses, but still, blue team showing a little bit of spunk here, trying to get back in this. Looks like Teemo's gone back to spawn. Teemo top lane. In the meantime, has his phage. This is the annoying build. Merc treads to deal with a lot of that. We'll deal with Olaf. That's slow, so we can come out of it. You get Merc treads, you come out of those slow effects, those disables a little bit faster. Gonna go Frozen Heart, which is gives him a lot of health, and on top of that, this is what that phage builds into. When he attacks minions or attacks champions, they'll just slow down. They'll just be stuck there forever. A ton of health for Teemo as well, so he can absorb a lot of that damage like a true top lane should. And yeah, it just makes him a scary, scary champion. And then after that, you can build basically attack speed or AP if you want, or both. Depending on what you're going for. Janna warding that lower bush. Interesting, going with a pink ward. So basically what she's trying to do is keep those wards down, open up opportunities for Alistar to swing through this lower jungle. Nunu going in, snowballing, and that's the power of that Janna shield. You can just see just so much shielding, not finding anything, going back in, Alistar diving on top of turret. Speak of the devil, goodbye. Rainbow Dash looks like he's going to get taken out as well. Vayne just going to sit there and pummel that turret. Janna doing a nice job of getting that hit in there to absorb the turret hit, and shielding herself and able to sneak out as well. That's going to open up a free dragon for them, and they're in firm control of this match. Currently 2,000 ahead. They're going to get more ahead here with this dragon pull, and it looks like Kog'Maw in the meantime, well, after this they'll go ahead and get blue buff. This is going to let Veigar free farm a little bit. Teemo is just bullying, absolutely bullying Olaf. Olaf turning around trying to get what he can, but still going to end up getting killed and is 1 turret shot short. 4 deaths for him versus that Teemo top lane. So really unfortunate, and that shows you what Teemo can do top lane. Olaf actually going for, it looks like, and actually kind of, I've seen this build, it's very interesting. He's going actually Heart of Gold and Philosopher's Stone, so sort of Portloff, if you will. And it really works well because all of those items give him health. Specifically, he can build the Heart of Gold into a Randuin's Omen, which gives health and can do AoE, can slow the opposite team's attack speed, which is really helpful when you're top lane, but you can also get a Shrilia's Revelry, which helps everyone run faster when you use it, and both of those items, heavy health items, so essentially that makes him stronger, because the more health he gets, the more his Vicious Strikes, is it Vicious Strikes? I have to look at it again. I play Olaf too, this is sad. Yeah, Vicious Strikes. The stronger Vicious Strikes get, the more powerful he gets overall. He also gets more attack speed when he's low on health. That's his passive. So when he can be low on health and still have 400, 500 health, it's really useful when you're just trying to be a berserker like the true Nord guy he is. Running into this bush, Janna caught a little off guard. Unfortunately, this is the stage where when you have 5 kills this Vayne, you have a BF sword compared to just a pickaxe on the opposite ends, and 2 Doran's blades, some good lifesteal on your Janna just happily sitting around. Unless you're getting hit by that stun ult combo from Nunu, Ashe should be getting beaten by Vayne, is really what it comes down to. And it'll be up to Janna, really, on that ult stun combo to have her, and she needs to save her tornado is really what it comes down to, or her ultimate. As long as she can knock Nunu up, that'll disrupt that ultimate, and he won't be able to get a lot accomplished, is really what it comes down to. Attempt top lane, Nunu getting some damage, additional damage done. Kog'Maw looks like he was there as well. He's going to come back to mid. Ooh, looking for an intercept. Vhagar timing it perfectly. Oh, misses the stun though, which is unfortunate. He's coming back. He is starting to control mid lane, though. He's got 100 in CS, a little bit behind comparatively. One thing for Kog'Maw is the mid game tends to be a little bit more difficult because you do have to go Angel Staff first because he eats a lot of mana up. You can see he's gone Tear of the Goddess as well as a Catalyst to try to just farm lane as long as possible. Oof, Ashe just brutally getting assaulted. Alistair going to go for a jump here in between, going to knock him back and see if he can get something done with this Kog'Maw. Nice stun to just freeze him on turret, plus ult. Vhagar not going to be able to get out, trying to run, just doing what damage he could to follow up, knowing that he was going to be dead in the meantime though. But red team really controlling this top to bottom thus far. And I gotta say, a large portion of it is this Teemo. The other portion, really good job on Alistair. Actually gotten boots of mobility, which is basically what you do with an Alistair jungle these days. A lot of jungles have gotten boots of mobility overall, just because you can run, get through the jungle faster. If you have stuns, if you have those interrupts, you can just move around, and you can see Skarner. Yeah, it's actually become very popular, which I like. Boots of mobility were not very popular for a very long period of time, mostly considered a waste. So Alistair clearing that top bush, that Ashe and that Nunu as a result just fleeing for their lives. Skarner looking to counter jungle, and I'm not sure that he's going to have a lot of success doing so against this bottom three. Yeah, you need to get out in a hurry, buddy. Vayne going up to that corner, and it looks like they are going to be able to get out. Warding once again. Vhagar having a long time actually to get back to mid lane, and in the meantime, Kog'Maw getting a big advantage as far as just minion kills goes. He's going to ward that lower area as well. And they're trying to get something accomplished here, and I'm not sure that they will 3-on-3, Blue Team I mean. Especially with that Vayne just having such a big item spread. She just has a lot of damage over this Ashe, so about 40... So just flat, you can see the numbers there, 167 versus 130. But on top of it, between her ult, between her dashes and everything else, it's really, really strong. And this Alistair being extremely patient, looking for an opportunity. There, knocking, gonna get the knockback. Nunu's most certainly gone. And with that shield, basically Vayne took almost zero damage on top of it from that Ashe. Looks like a gank attempt middle was very successful. That's one frustrating thing about an AP Cog mid, and I'll go ahead and rewind that so we can get a good look at it. That is one frustrating thing of an AP Cog mid, is you kill him and you still end up in trouble because of his ability to explode upon death. So misses that, but Deathfire Grasp, some additional things. Goodbye. Actually, does he have his Deathfire Grasp yet? Does not have his Deathfire Grasp yet. It does not look like. Still able to escape though. Alistair going back after a job well done. Ashe having, she's just getting pinned back actually on this turret and has to be worried about just getting annihilated with arrow hit, miscommunication on that Skarner's parts. I don't think Skarner, well, nope, Skarner gets there, not able to pull. Janna knockups, great Janna support, wow. Double knockups, Skarner not able to hit it. And that's, I didn't realize that the knockup actually disrupted that Impale, so it actually wastes his ult right there. And that's how effective that Janna is in this game. 6-1 currently for Vayne. She can go back, probably getting her Bloodthirster, yeah, as the Bloodthirster working her way towards, which just huge damage item, tons of lifesteal as well. Teemo just dominating top lane. He's already got his Phage. I think he's building a Wit's End as well. He's already got 40 attack speed from the recursive bow. And the reason, of course, saying like, okay, this Ashe has been getting dominated bottom lane, and she's not going to be able to contribute a lot of damage. I can blind shot her anyway. Let me go ahead, and I'm just dominating this Olaf. That's their other source of attack damage, and it looks like he's going to get another kill right there. Nice. Eating some turret hits, though, on his way out. So many. Look at all these mushrooms, too. It's so red up here. Anyway, yeah, Teemo feeling very, very safe in this top lane. Vhagar looking for a kill. I'm going to have to rewind. Actually, because I'm missing a kill bottom lane. Probably another kill on Ashe. So yeah, there's the ult. Flash out from Vayne. Actually, Vayne might die here. Droop. Oh, that shield though, so huge. Summoner heal as well. Ashe trying to get out. Not quite able to. Janna able to secure the kill. And it looks like Vayne going to be able to get out. Otherwise, Nunu just flailing. It just feels like kind of like one of those slap fights you see. Ooh, nice swing around, though, by Vhagar to pick up a kill. Is he going to be able to get Vayne as well? Does Vayne have her ult? Vayne does not have her ult, so it's going to be hard for her to sneak out. She's going to have to use her tumbles and whatnot to try to escape this Vhagar. Vhagar not quite fast enough to get there, unfortunately. And it doesn't look like Skarner's going to be able to get the corner. He does have ult, though. If he can catch her and ult, that might be a kill. But never mind, Vhagar not nearby enough. And good slow. Honestly, this almost looks like a pure... It looks like a pure composition counter team is really what it comes down to. more than anything, Olaf getting abused by Teemo top. Kog'Maw has that AoE slow, which can really hurt Skarner on top of everything else. Janna counters a lot of these guys because of all those knockups. Looking to pop. Okay, pop the shield. There's the stun. He's trapped. Skarner going to be able to come in and ult. Should result in a death, but Teemo is here to do some disruption. And it looks like Kog'Maw is going to die, but keep in mind he has that AoE burst after the fact. Does manage to get some additional kills from it, and just all of a sudden a big flood of people. So even though, yes, they managed to kill Kog'Maw, they lose 2 on top of it. Another dragon kill going to happen as a result, and Olaf still struggling, just running around, looks like intentionally absorbing mushroom shots and trying to just farm minions while he can top. And actually, Teemo running up might be able to kill him. On top of everything else, he's got 3 levels down, he's got a ton of damage. He's ulting, does he? I don't think he has Ghost up. Okay, yeah, he does not have Ghost up. He needs to turn and exhaust and pray he doesn't hit another mushroom is really what it comes down to. But it looks like he's just getting poked away. Dropping that axe, still trying to flee, and that Teemo just pecking him to death. Skarner in the area. Skarner able to do some damage. Is not going to be enough, though, and I think Teemo is just going to be able to walk away from this. So there's the poison. Finishes off Olaf. Drops the mushroom, just needs to walk through it. Goodbye. And should be able to escape from it. Skarner does not have ult. Wow, everybody up here all of a sudden. Teemo does in fact die to Veigar, which is really significant actually. But Kog'Maw sneaking in, gets an additional kill. Ash Arrow, they're going to isolate that Kog'Maw. So that Kog'Maw is in fact going to be finished off. A nice job on Nunu actually ending that ult early. Alistar comes in though and gets a punt and gets a kill out of nowhere. What the heck on Ashe? This poor Ashe. Bottom turret's just getting pushed straight up in the meantime. And Alistar, this should be an Alistar death. This is one thing Ashe can do. Ashe does really well against Alistar and other champs that don't have really good gap closing because he's just going to get slowed to death and he doesn't have an opportunity to escape. So in between these two slows, should be able to just freeze him in place, finish him off. Janna coming up, trying, she's coming swinging. She can knock that Ashe. Should be able to save that Alistar's life. Now they're swinging. Yeah, it looks like she's just going to re-engage. Nunu getting ignite. I think that was an ignite. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, just getting hit, getting slowed. Ashe. Finally, after all this time, that shows you how little damage she's doing. Still not able to get the Alistar. The Alistar gonna be able to get out, and Vayne in the meantime has just been free farming bottom, which is not what you want at this stage. I think red team is just too far ahead here. That Alistar has to be just giggling with glee. He is a Sheen. Okay, he's getting pulled back to the turret. Skarner actually can't do enough damage with that Janna there. And Janna has too much CC, still can't kill him, so wastes another ult. Having a lot of trouble, getting slowed. He might actually die here between these two. Kog'Maw just slamming him, plus the exhaust. Veigar coming up, good stun, able to get some support. Might be able to finish off Alistar, kills Janna instead. And he's getting punted back. Actually, I would have focused between the two. I actually would have gone after the Alistar first. Might have saved his life in that situation. Alistar getting the kill as a result. Good. Oh, arrow actually goes through that flash. That was kind of weird. And Alistar doing a good turnaround save. Good headbutt. And I think finally, Alistar, is he going to die? Alistar still might not die. Ashe eating it. Nunu gets the kill to follow it up. Still might be able to get another kill on Nunu to follow. Oh my goodness, and this is just brutal for the blue team. It seems every kill they manage to squeeze out is resulting in just additional deaths on their side. Olaf overextended. He's going to die to either Vayne or Teemo as their approach. I don't think he can escape. Well, maybe he can. He does have Ghost. Okay, he has Ghost and ult, actually. He should be able to run for days. The question is can he flat out run them? Is he going to have superior movement speed? And now he can't be slowed, he can't be knocked, but he can still eat a lot of damage. Yep, excuse me, along the way. And that ignite is enough to finish it off. That poor Olaf, 0-7. He's not even worth any gold at this stage. Has gone Hex Drinker, which he really probably shouldn't have gone because, honestly, the fed person in the opposite team is not the Kog'Maw. It is, in fact, the Vayne. The Vayne is really the major damage output. Actually, both are doing a lot of damage output, but really needs to be more worried about the Vayne than the Kog'Maw. I'm not sure what Veigar is doing so isolated out here. Needs to be very careful. And honestly, the Veigar, a shining point for his team. He does have 5 kills. Still, though, 4 deaths. A lot of AP under his belt. Currently 347, but I don't know that he's going to be able to get a lot to follow. Pulling Vayne. Vayne still able to get out. That shows you just nothing going right for the blue team currently. Kog'Maw free farming bottom. He has a Banshee's Veil up to cope with. Actually, I like Quicksilver Sash more than I like Banshee's Veil at this team. Actually, they really need a Banshee's Veil or Quicksilver Session with this team. They're working on what they can. Vhagar getting pumped, jumped out. Looks like Nunu ult getting interrupted as well. He's still not able to get a kill on any of these guys on top of turret. Absorbing a lot of damage in the meantime. Vayne continuing to push up, and Teemo behind all of them now. So running up to engage. They have mushrooms in the way, top of everything else. Nunu gone. Goodbye. Vhagar did manage to get a stun to save his life. I'm not sure why Ashe is running back in, considering all 5 are right here, and Kog'Maw can just rain down destruction from a distance. That turret just eaten. Olaf still sitting top, and he really needs to get back to this fight. Second turret most likely going to get taken out as well. Alistar, I love standing right out in front, just running right at that Ashe, and that Ashe getting killed. Not as a direct result, it was more Kog'Maw just pummeling her with those ults from the sky, but still able to get some more additional damage done. And now the exterior, they can get this exterior turret easily before Olaf can do anything. Olaf is actually could just die flat out to that Alistar, so it comes down to nice stun. Vhagar finally able to get a kill on someone to follow that up. Still doesn't have his death cap. Once he gets that death cap, he might be able to do some damage. But this inhibitor most likely... well, nope, never mind. Not going to get taken out. They're going to back off at this stage. They actually have a lot of health and only a handful of champions in their way. Kog'Maw moving south. He's going to find Vhagar there. Vhagar going to have a little bit of trouble without some support in lane because of that Banshee's Veil. And in the meantime, they're going to steal red. Everything else, team are going to recover top. And honestly, at this stage, they can Baron. They can Baron without a lot of trouble. Skarner running up. It looks like he's going to grab Vayne. Nice Ashe arrow. They actually might finally be able to kill Vayne. Yes, finally killing Vayne. The kill did go to Ashe. Ashe just now has 2 kills. She does have an Infinity Edge, so she can do some damage. Actually, I like this decision. Well, never mind. It's not a decision. She had to go Infinity Edge right there. Not sure what I was trying to say right there. Ashe, 6. Look at just the death counts here. 7 deaths, 7 deaths, 6 deaths. Just things not going well across the board is really what it comes down to. Even mid lane, Vhagar was just doing just as well as the Kog'Maw, not better than the Kog'Maw. If you look at the comparative creep score, Kog'Maw does have... I really feel like red team just firm control of this. Surprised they're not going to Baron yet. They do have a lot of mushrooms up in this area. No pure wards. Skarner running up, just eating a mushroom. It looks like he's going to ward it himself. And then, is he going to ward? No, doesn't have a ward in his inventory, actually. Just looking up, checking it out, then pulling back. Turning around, trying to clear some wards himself, but Teemo is right there. He needs to be a little bit wary. Fortunately for him, Teemo didn't really know where anyone else was, so didn't engage, but he could have killed that Skarner heads up. It looks like he is going to swing around, just farm top. I don't think Olaf could even stand that close and survive. Janna going to go in, reward. And yeah, look at this. Oh, Kog'Maw. A little too brave there. Probably didn't realize that he's going to die for that. That was just sloppy plays what it comes down to. Vhagar almost getting killed by the Vayne nevertheless. Is Vayne going to be able to sneak out? None of her team there to really support, and she's just too fed. It doesn't make a difference. She's got plenty of health over everybody. They don't do enough damage. Olaf running in. He's going to just try to charge at this Vayne. It's actually doing a nice job of isolating her, but this is a really good note of a good team. Okay, their carry's getting chased down. Everybody turns and kills the person going after their carry. Really good support there. Nothing the rest of the team could, the Ashe, this rest of the team could do. Just to back out. Olaf dies. That's 8 deaths for him. He's worth nothing. Randuin's Omen is up, so that'll help a little bit to slow that Vayne down. So he's got kind of some mixed damage support. That Teemo just has enough health. You can see between the Frozen Mallets, got plenty of magic resist, otherwise with Hex Drinker and whatnot. You can just sit there and just poke away at this. The Ashe actually can do a good number on him, though, at a distance, because there's kind of this gap I want to talk about. They're going to go get Baron in the meantime. There's a gap against Teemo where Ashe can hit the slow, and as long as she moves back when Teemo approaches and avoids the blind shots, she can continue to just poke away at him, and as soon as he attempts to run away, just hit him with another slow arrow, continue to just pound away. Looks like they are going to run up and try to contest. I think they're going to get an opportunity. But nope, never mind. No, they're not. I was looking for Vhagar to run up and go for a stun, maybe try to get an additional kill underneath, but instead, Baron halfway down. They do have time to do it still, but this is just a lot of stun opportunity there. He's just going to drop a W, actually, not going to drop the stun, so they're going to be able to wiggle out. That W actually was a missed opportunity. Skarner ulting in. This is just a massive mess. Good ult there. Looks like he did manage to get a kill, but he was their main damage, and he is just basically out of this fight now. Goodbye. I'll re-examine this in a second. I'm not sure that I really... Well, I'll do it. 5 people up. Ace for Vayne. But let's look at the craziness that's happening. This is fun to look at. Play. Okay, so Baron getting taken out. And this is really the huge moment, I think, here.
where if he drops a stun, he can catch a lot of people or at least box them in. If he boxes them in, the Ashe can just sit on the corner and do whatever is really what it comes down to. So that's taken. Skarner suiciding and trying to get the Baron steal. Did not happen. So now he's sitting there, has no health, dies instantaneously. So he's out of the fight. The rest are isolated. Good slow on Olaf. Olaf is just trying to retreat. That's from that Kog'Maw. You can see he hits both the Ashe and the Olaf. Now the turnaround stun. This is what I was kind of hoping to see before. That W hits a lot, does a lot of damage. Nunu dies instantaneously just because it's focused fired. But now Veigar, a lot of his stuff on cooldown, has to retreat. Actually might get this Vayne, but Vayne just has too much damage, and that's what shuts down Veigar. It's that Quicksilver Sash, because as soon as he lands that stun, Quicksilver Sash, you can just continue to run forward. And I like to see that, and surprised more people aren't taking that just in general on the opposite team, because it completely shuts down Veigar. Veigar's their only damage in the opposite team, and this very likely should be game. 9, 2, and 4 Vayne. She is really, really strong right now. You have Kog'Maw at 7, 7, 8. He's actually got 2 Angel Staffs. That's really ballsy play, actually. Yeah, they're just warding in. They know they want it. They're just like, we're going to just drop wards inside your... Well, those can be useful to poke over the wall, but honestly, they don't need to at this stage. They got Teemo, who's got 9-1, just a ton of kills, and this is just basically a clinic at this stage. Mostly, I would say, an entirely countered team is what it comes down to, and they're just pecking away at everything. Should be able to take the Nexus without too much trouble. Kog'Maw just unloading across the corner. Yeah, poor Nunu, taking a lot of damage and just splatting all over them. Still looking to do what they can, and Skarner, even if... how's he going to grab his ult? He's got to pop that shield first. Ugh, Ashe just eating so much damage, even from that Void Ooze. Minions right on top of that Nexus. Now they can just keep him preoccupied and have a good time. Skarner up in front. Part of the problem for him is you got to have enough health to survive a lot of that. Veigar gone as well. 2 down. They're all scattered. Goodbye. Nice job. And this is just kind of a desperational at the last second. Minions should finish this off. And now they're just having a good old time in spawn, killing whatever they can. GG. Well done by the red team. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, new account, Diggity YT. I'm actually going to upload it in both locations. If you want to see other stuff, that's where I'm sending the uploads. Try to rebuild stuff there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.